Welcome everyone to Helicraze's Man Cave. I just wanted to talk about the 4.5 series limited edition Scorpion motors. Here we have the 4525 LE. I've probably flown about 100 flights on that one. It's a pretty decent motor. KV's 520 kV. Weighs about 500 grams. Personally, I prefer higher KV motors. It seems that they've just got a bit more torque or inertia, and I just seem to prefer that. On this TDR we've got the 4530 LE, and if you can see there's a fair bit of difference in height. The 4530 LE is a fantastic motor. Yeah, it absolutely hammers. On my other TDR, I've just fitted the new 4535 LE. We've got number 2 over here, and there's also another one just sitting there. These are all the bits waiting for the Diablo, so hopefully that should turn up next week. I've only done about 4 flights with the 4535. It seems to have a lot of torque, and of course no bogging. The TP65C packs do help, but I mean, you can see here we've already got, it's not rubbing from the bearing block, this is just from the carbon frame, so I'll just ground off a bit of the bearing block with Mr. Dremel. In terms of temperatures, I find all 3 of the motors to run around the same temperature. I was actually hoping with the larger motor it would be cooler, but it doesn't seem to be the case. You can see I've fitted in the canopies, the Naka ducts, thanks to Mick. But yeah, I mean, running these motors, you do run into a couple of issues in regards to maintenance. Of course, it depends how hard you fly it. For my sort of flying style, speed flight, a few hard snaps here and there, and you know, I like to do quite a few TikToks and that. The TDR holds up pretty well. The only thing that I noticed that wears is the top main shaft bearing tends to get rough. The bottom stays pretty smooth, and the upper and lower bearing blocks on the first stage, they all stay pretty smooth, so that's not an issue. I think it's just due to the 10mm shaft, and you just get that flexing at from all your hard moves and that. But yeah, the only other thing I like to replace, probably every 100 flights I'll do the top main shaft bearing. The 2 bearings that support the one-way, they tend to get a bit rough. And also I've noticed that with all this flexing in the frame, the lower half of the first stage main gear and the top half of the second stage tends to wear slightly. But I mean, you know, to get 100 flights and you can pretty much go full collective and full cyclic, I'm not really complaining. So, you know, out of all the other helis out there, if you were to do that, you'd probably strip the gear straight away. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it, and hopefully there's some more videos to come.